Marking 1-year anniversary of the famous Onome sting, the Australian Federal Police are focusing on Italian organised crime syndicates that are laundering billions of dollars through the Australian economy every year. According to police, information gained from the Onome platform used by criminal networks proves that the clubs like the Comancheros, Mongols and the Hells Angels are just puppets, or to say the bad face of the trade. The real crime is conducted by the Mafia families operating from overseas as well as inside Australia. AFP has confirmed that Australia is home to around 51 Italian organised crime families, including 14 confirmed ndrangheta clans with thousands of members. The ndrangheta is a prominent Italian mafia-type organised crime syndicate and criminal society based in the peninsular and mountainous region of Calabria, Italy. It is considered to be among the most powerful organised crime groups in the world. Ndrangheta is characterized by a horizontal structure made up of autonomous clans known as Dream, based almost exclusively on blood ties. Its main activity is drug trafficking, of which it has a monopoly in Europe, but it also deals with arms trafficking, money laundering, racketeering, extortion, loan sharking, and prostitution. The ndrangheta has enjoyed, for decades, a privileged relationship with the main South American cartels from Mexico, Colombia, Bolivia, and Peru. It is being reported that they have recently stepped up their operations in Venezuela and Ecuador. Ndrangheta is capable of heavily influencing local and national politics and infiltrating large sectors of the legal economy. In Australia they are known by the Honoured Society. The ndrangheta controlled Italian-Australian organised crime all along the east coast of Australia since the early 20th century. The ndrangheta operating in Australia include clans like Sergi, Barbaro, and Papalia. In Victoria the major families are named as Italiano, Arena, Muratore, Benvenuto, and Candello. The ndrangheta began in Australia and Queensland, where they continued their form of rural organised crime, especially in the fruit and vegetable industry, and have been using these markets for illicit drug trade. According to the AFP, the crime network is responsible for trafficking 70% of the world's cocaine. In Australia, that also extends to methamphetamine and cannabis. Police allege the Australian-based ndrangheta have been involved in money laundering since the 1970s through legitimate businesses by using dishonest politicians, corrupt lawyers and accountants. AFP Assistant Commissioner Crime Command Nigel Ryan said the Mafia-style clans have insidiously integrated themselves into the Australian underworld. The ndrangheta are flooding Australia with illicit drugs and are pulling the strings of Australian MCs, who are behind some of the most significant violence in our communities. They have become so powerful in Australia that they almost own some of these MCs, who will move drugs around for their ndrangheta bosses or carry out acts of violence on behalf of the ndrangheta. Police have been mapping the familial relationships of the group in Australia for years, with the assistance of Italian authorities. Understanding the operations of the ndrangheta would help authorities crack down on members of the Italian crime clans, who have been able to avoid detection by living in modest homes and mixing their illegal funds with profits from their legitimate businesses. Over the past year, police have arrested and charged a number of ndrangheta members under Operation Ironside, the biggest organised crime sting ever conducted by the AFP. AFP is targeting the finances, communications, and operations of the Italian organised crime networks. Police estimate millions of dollars a day are laundered through the Australian economy to wash drug profits. By dismantling the billion-dollar money laundering operations, police aim to disrupt the drug trafficking industry in Australia. In the year since its inception, Operation Ironside has charged 383 alleged offenders with 2,340 offences. The nationwide sting has seized more than 6.3 tons of prohibited drugs, 147 weapons and $55 million. The inquiries and operations are still ongoing. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and there are some major operations yet to come.